Could you briefly describe your educational journey? What subjects or activities did you enjoy in elementary school?
So primary school was equal to all of my colleagues in primary school. So we have math, course, calculus, uh, Portuguese. So it was the same as all the girls and all the boys. We have a mixed class with all these materials, all these disciplines. So it was not very different from each other. We have math, Portuguese language, so it's practically the same.
What inspired you to pursue your specific field within STEM?
I don't know if it was just one or two things. It was a lot of things. So I took a path from scientific area, technical scientific area in school. So in this path we have physics, we have chemical, we have maths, biology. It was very interesting to me, always very interesting to me since a little girl, to understand the world and to understand what it really happens when, and my curiosity was what's behind that, what we don't see. So I think it was my curiosity for learning about the world, I think.
What does a typical day look like for you in your role?
It's not very easy to say that because I have a lot of different days, not in academic path, but in the real business day. This is kind of strange because I wake up at 6:30 in the morning. It's daily. And until the 1 o'clock, my scheduled work is full with meetings with clients and with meetings with my colleagues. And so it's kind of stressful sometimes, but it's the daily. So my work day full to 1 o'clock, 1:30. So, and I went in the afternoon to classes. So I break the daily by in the afternoon because I went to classes. So, and I went to classes until the end of the day, 11. When I leave here, sometimes it's 11:30. So, and I wake up 6:30 in the morning to be full to my company. So my daily is like that.
What do you find most rewarding about your work in STEM?
I don't think I could be anything working in anything but in this area. So as I said earlier, since I was a little girl, this was my curiosity to understand different things and to understand how different and how could be what we don't see, what can happen. Okay, so I think if I wasn't another area that wasn't STEAM, I think I wasn't happy. So my fulfill is like I'm really in the area that I'm fully happy. It is stressful sometimes, yes. It's kind of with a lot of nerves, actually, but it's the area that I'm really happy.
Can you share some of the challenges you've faced in your career and how you've overcome them?
When I was 100% on the companies, I was working outside Portugal. So I have 100% schedule just for me and my work. And it was very stressful, but it could be just by me. When I have my kids, well, I have to divide that with being a mother. It's not easy, but it can be it could be happen. Just I'm an example of that. But is most disciplinary. That was my first. It wasn't my first challenge, but it was definitely the challenge that it could make me think about my priorities.
Have you ever felt underestimated or faced significant obstacles because of being a woman in STEM? How did you handle these situations?
Well, in the management department, when I was general manager, yes, defining different groups of persons. Um, that was an overcome. Yes, that was decisions making each day. Each day, a lot of decisions was made, but I think I overcome that. It's a lot easier when you are in an area that you are very confident that what you know and your knowledge. So this was me. I was very confident with my knowledge, and this was a plus to do that kind of job. Um, I did think that one of the feelings that I have was they are actually looking at me. Maybe first because I was not on my country. That's one thing. I have policies to make. I have obey to the law of that country. But decisions on the STEM, a way to overcome that is you have to have very confidence in in your knowledge. That was my obligation to myself. Even if I didn't, if I wasn't very comfortable with one thing, in the other day I study a lot of that. To each day I have to be very confident in what that is. So that was a way to overcome each difficulty that I felt.
Were there any role models or mentors who influenced your career path in STEM?
There was a lot of women and also men that scientists in this area that I want. If I have the opportunity to know them, I did want to know them in my studies. But one person that was a lot of presence and give me a lot of strength and give me don't give up was my mother. Yeah, absolutely. Was my main role. Yeah. Even when I was um, actually working outside Portugal, that was my major years, and even studying outside Portugal. She was in Coimbra and she was following for me. So don't give up because you know what you are. So that gave me a lot of strength.
How important do you think mentorship is in STEM fields, especially for young women?
I did have I have a strengthful way and pattern in my school years. Yeah, that was very important to me because if I didn't have that very important guidance in my school years and even in university, I have to be thankful for my teachers and my professors in university because they were very demanding with me. Yeah, at the time I didn't know why they are always so demanding and always so stressful with you have to do that, you have to do that, you have to do so. I didn't, I didn't feel the importance But when you are in the companies, you are in the market, you are in working, you know you have to be better and better and better. You have to be good because the clients want the beautiful products, right? And you have to give the beautiful products then. So you have to be very, very good in those areas because those areas are a very competitive market. So if you want to develop a great app or you want to develop a great product in IE, so you have to do better each day.
How do you manage work-life balance in a demanding field like yours?
This is a cute question because I don't know. I think it's not just my area. I think it's all areas. If you want to be dedicated to your profession, you have to you have to be demanding with you, right? So dedication, demanding with you, you have to have very hours just for yourself, for your profession, not just in the same areas, in all areas actually. So you have to be, if you want to be very good, if you want to be very, I think if you want, yeah, if you want to be very good in your area, you have to be dedicated. And even if it demands to take some hours to your sons, to your kids, or even to your boyfriend, or even to your husband, to your family. So it's priorities in life.
What advice would you give to young women who worry about maintaining personal and professional life balance in STEM careers?
I think the best advice that I could give, it was what my mother had said to me, and I will always remember that. So don't give up. If you want to, if you want to read in those areas, just don't give up. So because you are very good in what you do, and you have to be, if you want to be recognized, you have to dedicate hours of work. So don't give up.
In your opinion, why is it important to have more women in STEM?
Yeah, I think it's very important to have women, more women in this area because um, the men and the women don't think alike. I'm I'm not saying that men is not necessary because it is. So that is an area that is necessary to be men, to have men also. But women can develop something creativity that men are not they are not good at. That it isn't the best of them. So I think creativity with science is fundamental. So developing a product that you actually aren't creative, so you don't think out of the box, so you're not good at your area. So this is an area that you must think out of the box. And I think women just are more easily to do that.
What changes have you seen in terms of diversity in your field during your career?
I think education at work, absolutely. So I don't mean that it was not educated or the people weren't polite. I think the men itself have a naturally way to talk about, and when they have women at the table, they are actually being educated to learn in a different way. So if you ask me, is that a better way to do that? I don't know. It's a different way, and it actually makes difference in the path. Okay.
What advice would you give to a young girl considering a career in STEM?
So actually, you have to be dedicated. You have to be very demanding with yourself. Actually, it's a career that I don't feel that is difficult or easy, because I think we have a lot of profession that is demanding and difficult, like in STEM areas. I think you have to be dedicated, because there is a lot of things to learn, and the world is changing daily by daily, and actually technology, it's not the same when I studied. And actually I have to study a lot in nowadays. You have to be dedicated. If you want to learn, and if you want to be better and better each day, you have to learn with technology. So you have to be demanding on that schedule.
What skills do you think are essential for success in STEM fields today?
Resilient. Yeah, you have to be very resilient in that. As a person, right? You have to be demanding, like I said, demanding with yourself, not with to the others. You have to be first. You have to be demanding with yourself. Resilient because you are facing a lot of problems, not just problems with technology, but problems with the clients, and the problems with your colleagues, and problems in the world itself. So you have to be very resilient on that. Yeah.
What keeps you motivated and passionate about your work in STEM?
Actually, it's an interesting question, because thinking about that was the same reason that I made that stuff. My curiosity with the world just did not change. Did not change.